Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's Deborah Obiyo, a legal practitioner practicing in Lagos, Nigeria. I know it's been hot minutes since I've been on here to share legal tips like I promised. Forgive me. The work life it can be very tedious. But today I want to bring to you what the law says concerning the issue that is, brewing on the social media space between Senator Nwoko and his estranged wife, Regina Daniels. I'm not going to bore you with the details and how the news broke out, about their marital issues on the internet. I'm not going to bore you with that. The internet is replete with such information. What we are here to discuss today, for me to tell you about today, is what the law says on age factor when it comes to customary marriage. Senator Nwoko, according to the information online, and disclaimer, the facts that I'll be stating in this video are from online sources. The information I'll be stating in this video are from online sources. I will also present to you what the law says, and then I can draw my conclusion, my fair conclusion, and make my fair comments on the whole picture while you share your thoughts with me in the comment section. So please sit back, relax, and hear what I have to say. Senator Nwoko was born on 12th December 1964. That means he's currently 64 years old. He has not yet clocked 65. Regina Daniels was born, I got more information that she was born on the 10th of October 2001, although there is a single source that I saw that she was born on the 10th of October 2000. However, the 2001 information is more replete, and if you check through social media, you will see that she herself and some other blogs have corroborated the fact that she was born in 2001. Therefore, we'll be working with that on that premises. Now in Nigeria, there are different types of marriages. We have the statutory marriage, which people popularly call court marriage. We also have the Islamic marriage, which is basically for Muslims or persons who want to be married or wedded under the Islamic law. For example, recently we have our Priscilla Iyabo Ojo's daughter, who is a Christian but got married under Islamic law in her husband's country in Tanzania. So there's Islamic system of marriage. And finally, we have the customary law marriage. Now, these marriages are independent of each other. You can decide to do only Islamic marriage and that's it. You can decide to do only statutory marriage by going to the marriage registry to get married and that's it. Or you can decide to do only customary marriage, which major of us do by paying dowries, exchanging gifts, calling witnesses of your kinsmen and people in your village to witness the marriage, and that's it. However, many people go ahead to, use or conduct two of these marriages. Some people can still do their Islamic marriage and still go ahead to the marriage registry to conduct their marriage. That is them trying to say they want to also observe the laws of Islamic marriage and the laws of the statutory marriage, which says that you are only permitted to marry one woman at a time. For Regina and Ned, they both conducted customary marriage, which was, widely publicized. We saw it online. They only conducted customary marriage according to the customs and traditions of their own land. I believe that is Idumuje Ubokolo. That is the customs with which they married under. And now, what does the custom say? Do their custom allowed for child marriage? Because we have established that she was born in 2001, 10th of October 2001. And by calculation, she is currently 24 years old. And this lady, when her customary marriage was conducted, it was conducted in May 26th of May 2019. Calculating her date of birth from 10th of October 2021 to 26th of May 2019, that gives her an age of 17 years and 5 months. No, 17 years and 7 months. So it is important to find out if the customs in her community where she got married customarily, traditionally, permits that somebody of that age, less than 18 years, can validly enter into a marriage. Assuming it is confirmed, upon enquiries, that she can validly enter into such marriage at 17 years and 7 months. It is fine, but there is a but. Because customs are not left to be, to be practiced without restraints. No, if everybody begins to practice their customs without some restraint, there will be problems in Nigeria. Yes, that is why there are 3 tests to customary law practice. Putting customary law into practice, there are 3 tests that the law applies, and they are the incompatibility test, the repugnancy test, and the public policy test. Now, let me explain further. The repugnancy test states that your custom must not be repugnant to natural justice, equity, and good conscience. Like that custom and tradition that you say you want to abide by, equitably looking at it, natural justice, your good conscience, it should not be repugnant to it. Secondly, we'll have the incompatibility test. It should not be incompatible. That your custom and tradition. Some people will say that their custom and tradition, for example, is the buying of twins. Once your custom is contrary, is not incompatible, is not agreeable with any other written law, it is in conflict with another written law, you cannot practice it. Yes. And the last test is the public policy test. If it is contrary, your custom is contrary to any public policy, no, you cannot practice your custom. Now, moving on, to make this video not too long, there is a law in Nigeria, an act, a Child's Rights Act in Nigeria that is fully operational in Nigeria. Yes, that is the federal law. We are talking of Delta State, where Regina Daniels got married. What do they have there? They have the Child's Rights Act, Child's Rights Law of Delta State. Yes, they domesticated that act to be, in force in their state in 2008. In fact, their legislature is very active to, they have passed a second reading to amend the law. Now, what does that law say concerning child marriages? I'm going to read out for you what the law says in that act. I'm going to put it on the screen. So right now we are reading the Child's Rights Act, which the Delta State government legislature has adopted as domesticated in their state. So according to going straight to the section, we'll have section 21, prohibition of child marriage. No person under the age of 18 years is capable of contracting a valid marriage, and accordingly, a marriage so contracted is null and void and of no effect whatsoever. That is the law. Now you can see that even if it is confirmed that the traditions, the customs in Regina's village, where she married traditionally, allows for a 15-year-old, a 16-year-old, a 17-year-old, to get married, so far it is repugnant to natural justice. Even the law says an 18 years cannot enter into a contract, because they know the reason why. They understand the place of capacity. They understand the place of giving consent, understanding, they know what age can do, the age factor when it comes to entering serious contracts, such as marriage. The law envisages that these young adults might not have the knowledge, the full implication of what entering into a contract can be, and limited 18 years and below from a lot of things. And now this law has also said no person under 18 years, under 18 years of age is capable of contracting a valid marriage. Therefore, anybody that contracts a marriage, and is under 18 years, even if the person is 17 years, 11 months, and 30 or 29 days, that person cannot enter into a valid marriage contract. This is a written law enforced in Delta State, and it is contrary to, if at all it is approved, it is said that yes, our customs and tradition allows somebody to be 15 years, 16 years and get married. It is contrary, it contradicts. Therefore, the written law will supersede. Let us read further. Section 22 says, it talks about prohibition of child betrothal. No parent, guardian, or any person shall betroth a child to any person. A betrothal in contravention of subsection 1 of this section is null and void. Section 23, punishment for child marriage and betrothal. Both the person that married the child and the person that betrothed the child to the other person, this is their punishment. A person A who marries a child, which we have established is anybody less than 18 years. The law did not say, I'm almost 18 years. 18 years above can marry. Yes. So now, I digress. Punishment for child marriage and betrothal. A person A who marries a child, or B to whom a child is betrothed, or C who promotes the marriage of a child, or D a lot of heads will roll or D who betroths a child, commits an offense and is liable on conviction to a fine of 500,000 naira or imprisonment for a term of 5 years, or both, or to both such fine and imprisonment. That is the position of the law on this issue, on this trending issue. So far, Regina can prove successfully. Like, it is one thing to assert something. This one, like I mentioned earlier, I said it that there's somewhere I saw 2000, just one source, and other sources said 2001. So far, Regina can prove without a single doubt. No, it's a civil it's a civil issue. She can prove beyond the balance of probability. We lawyers understand why the change of grammar, So far, she can prove beyond the balance of probability that she was born in 2001. It is open facts that she married in May 2019. That simple calculation puts her at less than 18 years. Yes. And then that is the only thing she needs to prove, her age. And let every other person carry their cross. Both the person that betrothed her, because the way it is, well, it depends on how, who she sues. Yes, it depends on who she sues. Unless the defendant wants to go and bring in her mother, it's like a case of, if I go down, all of us will go down, because you are the one that promoted the marriage, you supported the marriage, you get. So anybody that is involved in pushing a child to go and get married is caught by the provision of this act. Thank you for hearing my thoughts on this issue. Please share your thoughts with me. Let's talk on this issue. Let's rub minds on this issue. Please like this video and share to your loved ones till we see again. Mwah.